So hi there, it's Tyler here from Voices Inc. And I've gone ahead and just shot this really quick over-the-shoulder video about where you can find some of the best electric lessons on the web for beginners and intermediate players. And one of the resources that I always like to recommend is called JamPlay. And you may have heard of this before. It's basically a membership website that hosts thousands of online videos. Now, I'm going to jump in and just cover the electric guitar lesson sections, but below this video you can find a link to a full review where I cover everything that you'll get with the dashboard, the lessons, the live section, and all the tools. So if you want a more in-depth review of JamPlay, then you can click the link below. And there's also a link for a free trial of JamPlay. So what I'm doing now and showing you all these electric guitar lessons and teachers, you can jump in, create your own dashboard for free, and test it out and see if these lessons are something that you want to continue with. So we'll jump right into it and we'll get started. So in order to get access to the electric guitar lessons, we'll hover over the Lessons tab, and JamPlay sorts them out into phases. So phase 1, you'll find your beginner lessons. Phase 2, you'll find your different genres and skills. And then phase 3 is where the songs are located. And then there is a songwriting as well. So first we'll just hit the beginner section. And here you've got beginner lessons for the acoustic guitar, and we'll scroll down to the electric guitar section. So as you can see, JamPlay offers beginner lessons that are taught by various instructors. So above here, these are all the instructors that have lessons on the acoustic guitar for beginners. And the series for electric guitars are here. So you've got Mark, who's has a series that contains 29 lessons about the electric guitar for beginners. David has one as well, Chris and Brad, and so forth. So these are the instructors, and they all have their own beginner lessons on the electric guitar, and they're a bit different. So the best thing to do is to either, jump in and try them all, or find an instructor that you like and follow their series. So let's just try, we'll look at Will here. He's got 44 lessons, totaling over 400 minutes, all on beginners lessons for the electric guitar. So we'll click Go to Series, and that'll bring up a little bit of info about Will and this specific series. So scrolling down, we've got lesson 1 is a pure introduction, lesson 2 easy riff part 1, lesson 3 easy riff part 2, lesson 4 chromatic exercise, and so forth. So why don't we jump in here, and just for an example, we'll just go to the second lesson. Once you click that, JamPlay's dashboard will load up, and if we take a look at this, you'll see that on the right we've got scene selection for this particular lesson. So we're in lesson 2, rock guitar for beginners. On the left we've got the video display, and then below we've got an about section, some supplemental information, an area where you can create your own notes, comments, and so forth. So why don't I turn the volume up, and we'll click play and just run through and kind of see the quality in some of these lessons. And I'll jump ahead and back and forth a little bit here. So some of these lessons will start with some sort of little introduction like that, and I'll just skip ahead a little bit so we can really, test out and see a few of these examples.
This guitar thing is, if you've already been playing for a while, I can pretty much guarantee you might pick up something new that you don't know already. In fact, I these silver bars right here. So if we put our finger here, you can see that my on the fret, how much you're pressing into the, right? So that's the secret to getting clear notes.
So this is just some beginner instruction from Will, and you can see, the quality of this video, the different camera angles, and so forth. So why don't we jump down to the second section where we can see a little bit more action as well.
What we're going to be doing is I'm going to introduce you to tab here in a second. Okay, so something like that. So you can see I'm actually just using energy into sound, just test it a couple, just lift up your finger. And The only difference there is those last two notes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So there you can see some of the quality in this lesson. We've got various camera angles when the instructors are giving some specific instruction. You've got portrait camera angle when Will's talking to you and so forth. And within this, you also have high levels of quality here. Here we're on the super level. You can scroll it down to high, medium, depending on your internet connection. I've got an average internet connection and I can jump all the way to 4K here, let it load up a little bit and see the quality in this guitar lesson. So why don't we try that?
I'm just doing downstrokes with my right hand that whole time. And again, to stop the string, I'm just doing a quick push-up. Okay? So let's just take it nice and slow. See if you can play along with me here. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, go.
So there you can see, how high quality these particular lessons are. You can go all the way to 4K, or you can scale it back down to high and run and stream the video that way. So if we jump back, let's check out some other examples as well. Okay, so just to give another example there, why don't we go back to the beginner section and try a lesson series from a different instructor. So why don't we try and just see some lessons from Chris here. He's a good instructor. Click on Chris and he's got again an introduction here, playing your first chord. So maybe for beginners on the electric guitar, we'll try that out. So start that series up. So again, the dashboard's going to load, and then Chris is either going to do a quick introduction to these particular lessons. So why don't we listen along?
Okay, here's the second lesson in the beginner lesson series, JamPlay.com, and we're going to something finger names, fret numbers.
So that was a bit of an intro. Let's just jump down to the chord E.
The first chord we're going to work on is an E major chord. Then we're going to take our second finger and we're going to place it on the first fret on the G string.
So here you can see some of the quality in these lessons. The camera angles are great, the quality's great. Chris is a great instructor along with the other ones. And for beginners on the electric guitar, you're going to really find these lessons very valuable. And even if you're not a beginner, we can head back over to the lesson section and we can go to genres and skills. And this is really for more intermediate players. JamPlay has a ton of genre-based lesson sets. So you can go into the jazz section, the blues section, the fingerstyle section. So if we click on that one, here we've got the instructors who teach fingerstyle guitar lessons. Now, fingerstyle is obviously not a good one for the electric guitar, but if we click up and go to blues, for example, here we've got Kenny Ray, electric. He's got 64 lessons on the blues style of guitar. Some other electric ones, we've got Eric here, blues slide guitar. So if we click on his section here, this goes through an introduction to the blues slide, common slide lick. So these are some electric guitar lessons on the genre of blues. And going back, there's all sorts of different genres that JamPlay offers: blues, metals, bluegrass, rock, and so forth. Now, the other area where you'll find some electric guitar lessons is in the song section. So phase 3, songs, and here we can sort them by electric guitar. So here we've got all the different songs on the guitar and the specific lessons that JamPlay offers. So Alan here offers a lot. So why don't we go Collective Soul Gel? And again, so this is a bit more advanced. It's not for beginners necessarily, but they're going to go in and do an introduction, the song intro, the verse section, all about this specific song, Gel. So there you see, if you want a lesson on how to play a specific song on the electric guitar, JamPlay has that as well. So if you'd like to learn more about JamPlay and really learn about everything here, they've got live lessons weekly, daily. They archive all of these live lessons as well. They got some tools and community. Directly below this video, you can find the link to the full review, and you can also find a link to the free trial, as I mentioned. So you can jump into JamPlay, test it out, and see if it's right for you. Based on electric guitar lessons on the web, this is one resource that has a lot of great lessons. A lot of people like it. JamPlay, it's a great resource for those who are looking for electric guitar lessons.